Dear students, today we'll be discussing about object orientation and object-based JavaScript objects, methods and events, JavaScript syntax, embedding JavaScript in an HTML document. Previous sessions we have already discussed. So practically we can see how to embedding JavaScript in an HTML and how to run in practical. So, and one more general syntactic characteristics of identifiers, keywords, comments. Object-oriented and object-based JavaScript. We have already know about hooks concept in Java, like class, objects, encapsulation, abstractions, polymorphism, inheritance, and message exchange, many more. But in JavaScript, it is object-based language. In a programming sense, the term object-based language may be used to describe any programming language that is based on the idea of encapsulating state and operations inside object. So object-based language need not support inheritance or polymorphism. Means JavaScript not support inheritance and or polymorphism. While object-oriented language like Java supports all the features of OOPS, therefore inheritance, polymorphism, class, objects, and many more. But in object-oriented language, there is no built-in type of objects are available. But in object-based language, built-in type objects are available like window, documents, button, so many more objects are available in JavaScript. So we once again JavaScript objects. In JavaScript, the web page document is an object. We consider the web page document is an object. Any table, forum, button, image, or link the page is also an object. Each object has certain properties, information about the objects. Example, document.bg color equals to red. A document is an object. So next, one more main concept is methods. We already know programming concepts, functions. It's a set of statements. So same as it is methods. It's a collection of statements. Most objects have certain collection of things that they can do. Different objects can do different things. Just as a door can open and close, while light can turn on and off. Example, new document is opened with method document.open. So method, function method, the parenthesis is there, easily you can identify that function name. So here document.open, one more example is there. You see document is an object, open is a method. Write hello world into your document by typing document.write. Within parenthesis, double quotes, hello world is there. Whatever the parenthesis you see, beginning and end, that indicates the method. So open, you see that one, open and write are both methods of the object documents. And more events. We have already know about event concepts in Visual Basic. Visual Basic is an event-driven programming concept. Events is an action from user or program detected by the other program. So they are responsible interaction of JavaScript with HTML pages. So events are how trigger our function. Example, a button includes the word on click. On click is an event assigned to some function. Here one more function within double quotes, run my function. So the click is an event, as its name implies, will run the function when the clicks on the button at runtime. So other events includes on mouse over, on mouse out, on focus, on blur, on load, on unload. So many more events available in JavaScript. Next, we concentrate about how to write JavaScript script. Already in previous unit, about how to write HTML files, how to run in HTML files. But here you see within the HTML code, within the HTML tags, you write script can appear directly as the content script tab using script tag. You can observe script tag, the type attributes of the script must be set to text or JavaScript. You must write type is an attribute. Type is an attributes equals within double quotes you write text slash JavaScript within double quotes and writes angular bracket within the script tag. So the JavaScript can be indirectly embedded in a XHTML documents with a source attributes of an script tag whose value is the name of the file that contains. Means suppose one more attribute is there, src. Later we can discussing with practically. So how to embedding implicit embedding and explicit embedding the HTML. So this is the main syntax. Here we concentrate about script tag and type is an attributes and text slash JavaScript within double quotes you must write. So now let us see browsers and HTML slash JavaScript document. There are two different ways to embed in JavaScript in an HTML documents. One is implicit embedding, another one is explicit embedding. The implicit embedding, the JavaScript can be placed in its own file, separate from XHTML documents. This approach called implicit embedding has the advantages hiding the script from the browser user. So implicit embedding, you write separate JavaScript code in separate file with extension name is .js. And explicit embedding is physically resides in XHTML documents. When JavaScript explicitly embedded, they can appear in either part of an HTML document, the head or body. So depending on the purpose of the script. So we next slide can show about how to run JavaScript program in implicit and explicit embedding. So this is one of the example implicit embedding. Already implicit embedding means the JavaScript can be placed in its own file from the separate from the XHTML documents. Here you see you can observe implicit embedding. I have created one more JavaScript file, so you can show JS example is there. You can open with notepad. You see this is only for JavaScript file document.write horizontal lines and document.write hello world wide web document.write. So this is three coding is there. It is only for JavaScript coding. So it can saved as separate file and you must give extension name is .js. You see JS example and you must at the time of saving you must give extension name .js. So you can observe, you can see this type of icon will be appearing. This is JavaScript file. You see this is the type you can observe JavaScript file is there. This is the JavaScript file.
And one more, you can write separate file as HTML file. So open with notepad. You can observe in HTML coding. So this is the HTML code is there, HTML tag, and this head and body. You can write JavaScript code, that script tag in head or body, any one place. So here you written already in body of the HTML file. So you can observe script type, text and JavaScript is there. One more attribute is there, source. So you can observe the tag source src equals to, within double quotes, that file name is there, JS example, that file name you can observe here, JS example .js, that is that file name is there. Within the folder you directly you can give that file names. Suppose that file in on some other folders is there, you must give full path about, within double quotes you must mention the full path. So here both the two files is there, one is HTML file, another one is JS file. So JS file you can include in HTML file. After writing the HTML code, you must save the example 2. Here this is the file name is there, and you must give extension image dot html dot html. So you see this one dot html file, you can observe the type your right side. I already stored HTML file, example 2 is there. You run on browser. So you take any browser, you can see Google Chrome is there, Internet Explorer is there, the latest version of the Microsoft Edge is there. So you can take any browser to run the program. So you can observe, you run the programming. So you can observe first JavaScript page, that word in HTML file is there, but this one hello world wide web, that sentence in JavaScript is there. So you can run, you can observe this type of embedding is called implicit embedding. This is one of the main advantages is there, because you are hiding the script from the browser. So that is JS file is separate is there, you can't see that whatever the code is there. So that's the main advantages in implicit embedding. Implicit embedding. So then you come to the explicit embedding. So explicit embedding, the JavaScript code physically resides in the XHTML documents. Here no need to two separate files. Here only one file, HTML file. You can observe that is HTML file is there, HTML code is there. These are all the HTML code, head, HTML head body. So the H1, these are all the tags, already HTML tags. But here within the body you can write script, JavaScript code. Here you see, you can observe script tag is there within the angular bracket, text or JavaScript. Here no source, because within the file only here you are writing JavaScript code. So that meaning is explicit embedding. The JavaScript code physically resides in HTML documents. When JavaScript scripts are explicitly embedded, they can appear in either part of an HTML document, the head or the body, depending on the purpose of the script. So this one you can run, you see. So open with any browser, Google Chrome. So you can run, you see, you can observe, it shows running, okay, successfully. First JavaScript page, hello world wide web. So this is the main important here in the two ways to embed the JavaScript in an XHTML document. HTML document. Thank you very much.
Please refer the following books, and also you can refer to websites. Thank you very much. End of the 15th session. Thank you.